Assalamualaikum and good morning to our lecturer, Madam Sarifah. My name is Nushanis Aina and I am going to present to all of you of my selected film for our oral commentary assessment. To start my presentation first, I am going to introduce a bit of the film. The title of the film is Searching. It is an English language film. It is a film with the genres of drama, mystery and thriller, and the motion picture rating for this film is rated PG-13 as it includes some drug and sexual references, and also for their language usage. The film is released on 31st August 2018, first time in the USA. The runtime for this film is 102 minutes. It is directed by Anish Jaganti. The main cast are John Cho as David, Sarah Son as Pam, David's wife, Michelle as Margot, David's daughter, Deborah Messing as Detective Vic, Stephen Michael Egg as Detective Vic's son, and there are many more actually, but I am just going to introduce the main ones. In brief, I am going to explain how the story goes or the plot. So the film begins with a montage depicting the lives of David Kim, John Cho, his wife Pam, Sarah Son, and their young daughter Margot, a Korean-American family known as the Kims. Pam was later diagnosed with lymphoma, which she had gone into remission from, but she later relapsed. And in the present, David misses 2 calls from Margot that night while he was sleeping. He tries to contact Margot after work, but she never answers her phone. As David dials 911, he is connected to popular detective Rosemary Vick, played by Deborah Messing, who has been assigned to the case. To show Vick, David compiles a map to keep track of who he has talked to. For the climax, Vic then calls David, but he misses the call and just hears her voicemail. When Vic informs him that they have a suspect, David sobs as he listens to the voicemail. According to the press, an ex-convict named Randy Carter admitted to killing Margot before committing suicide. David attempts to contact Vic for more information because something doesn't add up for him. But instead, he meets with the police station employee who informs him that Vic is not present. She lets slip that Vic volunteered for the case rather than being assigned as he had been led to believe. David digs a little deeper and comes across a photo of Vic with construction workers, one of whom is Randy. Vic is arrested after David brings a group of police officers to Margot's memorial. In that scene, Vic being interrogated a week after her detention. She admits that everything she did was due to a mistake made by her son, Robert, which played by Stephen Michael Egg, that had been in love with Margot for years, and he had catfished him and fabricating a fictional identity and backstory. It's after months later, a message exchange is seen, followed by a photograph of David with Margot in a wheelchair at the hospital, indicating that she is alive. And that is the ending. For my commentary of this film, I think the story is really good. I like the film because the storyline and plot keep me on the edge of my seat. Literally for like every scene, I would be wondering what's going to happen next. I just couldn't stay still by watching the film. It's kind of made me anxious too. Like every scene took my whole focus, especially since the sound and the camera movement contributed to the adrenaline rush I carried throughout watching it. Never a dull moment. Furthermore, the bad character in the film is the very least character that I had suspected to be bad. I never thought throughout watching the film that Detective Vic would be that character. And the biggest plot twist would be the scene when it revealed that Detective Vic was Robert's mother, and she was the one who hid his crime. Like I said earlier, that scene really gave me the adrenaline rush because it is so unexpected. Ask anybody who watched the film for the first time, no one would have suspected that the detective is that kind of a person. Because for me, the first time she appeared in the film, she looked like a kind and honest detective who just wanted nothing but for David to find his daughter back. I did not expect the film was only captured using GoPro and iPhone 7 as the quality is very nice. The entire film is shot from the perspective of a laptop or smartphone device. And last but not least, I would want to share a bit about the lesson learned from this movie. Lesson learned is that not anyone who helps us throughout our situation has good intention. We should not trust people too much for our own good, moreover to a stranger that we never met. What I would like to imply is that Detective Vic was for sure a stranger to David, and I am kind of glad when David decided to find Detective Vic at her office, and thanks to that he got clues bit by bit of his daughter's kidnapping case. I think that is all for my oral commentary assessment. That is all from me. Thank you.